Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and today we're going to go from the AOC 23-inch monitor and we're going to supersize it to a 32. So I really wasn't kidding when I said I was going to supersize this sucker. This is the Q3277 PQU. I wish AOC would go back to their old school naming styles like the 10, 70, 30 or something. But anyway, that excuse for a Scrabble game is the model number. And this is the QHD 32-inch MVA panel from AOC. Now, just taking a look at the front there, we've got the various specs. Flicker free, it's a 10-bit display. So it's not really a 10-bit display, it's 8-bit plus a little bit. So it's not a true 10-bit display, but it will display 10 bits, if you get what I mean. Got the facility for picture-in-picture. It's got built-in audio, which probably isn't great, but we'll find out in a minute. It's got a DisplayPort connection. It's got MHL for charging and viewing mobile phone or MHL device footage. It's also QHD, so that's 2560 by 1440, or from what we call from now on 1440p. So there it is, there's the box, there's the monitor. Let's have a look inside and see what we get. So pretty much every single possible cable you could ever want there, all included actually in the box, so that's a great start. So let's make a bit more room and get this monitor out of the packaging. Okay, so also in the packaging, this is the arm with the height adjustment bit on it. Now, as you can see by the size of that arm, this is going to be massive. I may need a new table. Let's see. Right, let's get the base set up. Let's peel all this sticky stuff off. So, there's the mirror finish on the base, and it's got a thumb screw to tighten it up, and it also it's got a bit of swivel in it as well. That'll swivel more obviously when that screw's in and tucked in. So there's the base tightened up, so when you've done that, you can regain your swivel. Now ideally with this, two people would be great, because it is quite chunky. And more plastic, we'll leave that on for now. So to get the base on, my suggestion is if you're not going to wall mount it, to put the base on, find somewhere nice and flat and padded and put it down face down. Making sure there's nothing underneath that's going to damage your panel. Now on the back here you can see there's 4 screws for the VESA mount, which I think is a VESA 75. It looks like a 75. And actually while we're here, let's quickly go through the connectivity options. So I'll spin this round, you can have a quick look. So let's start with this side. So you've got your power input and on-off rocker. You've got a DVI. You've got a MHL HDMI. You've got a DisplayPort, VGA, and audio in and headphones out. There's a Kensington lock there if you don't want anyone to steal it, but whether or not you'll use that, up to you. Now, going around to this side, I don't know if you'll be picking this up, but you've got a USB for the USB hub, USB 3, you've got a USB super speed device there, and then you've got another 2 standard USB 2 connectors. So there's the monitor on its stand, and as you can see currently it's in portrait mode as it has got a swivel on there. So if you want to set it up with a multiple monitor display setup, if you've got something that you particularly want to see in that aspect ratio, then it's very easy to do so on the height adjustable stand. So if we rotate it back, and you can adjust it to whichever height you feel comfortable with. So fully height adjustable, so you're not going to get a neck ache trying to look at the panel. Now, to be honest with you, with a panel this size, you're unlikely to get a neck ache because it's going to fill your entire field of vision. So that's enough of me yakking on. Let's get this connected up and see what it can do. Okay, so that's everything set up and connected. So currently we're connected via DisplayPort, and I've got the audio connection in to the back of the PC. So let's fire it up and see what it's like. Now this is the first time I've ever used a 32-inch proper monitor for a computer. I've used 32-inch TVs, I've used 42-inch TVs, etc, etc. But I've always found them to be slightly lacking in the focus and the kind of clarity of image. Fine for gaming and for watching movies on, but for web, wow, that's sharp. Sorry, but yeah, that's impressed me actually. Yeah, when you're watching computer stuff on a TV, the resolution isn't always right, and text often looks blurry or as if it's got some kind of drop shadow around it. And I know there's things you can do to tune it up and to make it look better, but realistically in this day and age, why should you? Just get yourself a 32-inch panel and look at it the way it's meant to be. So I don't know if you can pick up from the image here, but the colour is fantastic and the actual depth of the colour is amazing. Looking at the snow on this picture, you can really see all the detail, and also from the sunrise or sunset, whichever it may be, you can see all of the colours from the spectrum there. So really nice looking panel so far. Back to my boring desktop, but even still saying that, it still does look absolutely lovely. Now the resolution of that image is quite a low res image, but even still you can see every detail of it. So let's see what the web browser is like. Now this is currently scaled at 100%, and it's 1440p. And so it's a very, very nice image. The colours look great. So let's open up Premiere and have a look, see what that looks like. Now hopefully with this extra resolution up from 1080p up to 1440p, there should be more screen real estate for editing. So in theory you should be able to see videos if you're editing them in their native resolution if they're 1080p, and get a good idea of what they're going to look like in the final project. So immediately I can see there's a really, really big difference actually resolution wise. And there we go, we've got our sound. But yeah, looking at that, that's great. You can see your footage as it's pretty much as it's meant to be. So it's going to be a great monitor for productivity uses, with the 10-bit or sort of 8-bit extended bit depth range for colours. You're going to get your colour reproduction really well, and obviously on a bigger screen you can be able to see what you're doing. If you're getting older like I am, then anything that can help the eyesight is a great thing. Aside from productivity though, obviously there's other things that us computer users do, one of which being gaming. So let's see what it's like in a gaming scenario. So there we have, there's Dying Light in, I'm underwater, in 1440p, and I'm still getting 60 frames per second, and the monitor seems to be keeping up. Let's get out of here. Oh, maybe not. So all the colours look really nice, and again, I'm not sure how well you guys are going to pick this up, but 1440p, it's looking really nice. And there doesn't seem to be any noticeable lag that I can see. Okay, so you get a general idea, that's Dying Light. So let's come at that and let's try something else which more of you may be playing. Let's try something like Doom. Okay, so I tried Doom, but it's not installed, so I'm not waiting for 60 gigs of Doom to download. So, old favourite, Counter-Strike Source, or CSGO, or whatever you want to call it. Let's play an offline game with bots. We're currently again at 1440p with most of the settings on high. So yeah, looking really nice. Currently at the top there you can see it's getting about 180 frames per second. And there's a little bit of graphical tearing, but nothing is too bad. Good job. So yeah, this is looking really good. B, F3, I can never remember the keys. Yeah, looking nice. Oh dear, blind. And I'm dead. And I'm back. I am rubbish. Next round will be better. I'm loving this screen now. Oh, not loving the weapons. Let's go the long way. Now, surprisingly, I'm actually doing a lot better than this than what I normally do. Now, whether it's because of the monitor being more responsive or because the screen's physically bigger, I don't know, but it's pretty good. So I'll have one more round and then we'll call it a day. But this is a very immersive experience, and I'm really quite pleased. Let's rescue a hostage. Okay, so I suck. Anyway, this has been a quick unboxing and review of the AOC Q3277. Very nice panel. You can pick them up on places like Amazon, Scan in the UK, etc. I'm sure other places like Best Buy and what have you in the US will have them. Retail price in the region of about £300. A lot of money for a monitor, but it's a very good investment and you get a lot of real estate for your money. And for the same sort of price, you could probably get a 27-inch 144Hz gaming monitor, but the difference between 27-inch and 32-inch, in my opinion, for desktop real estate and actual usability is invaluable. So that's my opinion on it. I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and we'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching.